Hello students, this is your social teacher Tirupati Nayak Malot. In our previous session we have discussed Himalayas, Indo-Gangetic Plain, Peninsula Plateau. Today in our topic let us discuss in related to few topics like deserts, coastal plains, islands. Let us see first desert. Deserts are two types. I repeat, deserts are two types. One is cold desert like Mongolia, Russia, Central Asia, cold desert, Jammu Kashmir, cold desert. And one more is hot desert. There we can find sand dunes. Okay. Let us see the desert which located in our India. In India, one desert is located, that is the Great Indian Desert Thar. The Great Indian Desert Thar. Yeah, in our India, one hot desert is there, that is Thar Desert. The name is Thar Desert. Where it is actually located? It is located in Western Rajasthan. It is located in the Western Rajasthan and some parts of Haryana also. Some parts of Haryana. We can find some these desert features in some parts of Haryana also. Moreover, this Thar desert also located in the eastern Pakistan, especially in the Sindh province. Let us see words. Yeah, this region, entire this region. Here, this is Aravalli. These are Aravalis. Thar desert is located leeward side of Aravalli mountains. These are what I said, Aravalis. Yeah, Aravalli. These are the Aravalli mountains. Leeward side means this side. This side is called as leeward side. And what about the opposite direction? Opposite direction we call as this is windward side. So we can better to write that Thar desert located leeward side of Aravalli ranges. Leeward side means this side. Then what about the opposite direction? Opposite direction can be called as windward side. Obviously, in leeward side there is not much rainfall. There will be no proper rainfall in the leeward side. Okay, so that is also one of the reason for the formation of desert in our India. I repeat, this is Rajasthan, and this part is in Pakistan, Sindh province, Sindh and Punjab province of Pakistan, especially east side of the Pakistan, right? Area of Thar desert is 2 lakhs square kilometer. 2 lakh square kilometer. Area of Thar desert is 2 lakh square kilometers. Here we are learning certain extra information also. Which is not given in our textbook. Yeah. Features are desert features that you know that low vegetation will be there. Low vegetation. What is the meaning of the low vegetation? Trees are very rare. Grass is very rare, very spare. Very less trees were there. Moreover, the trees were mostly we form. Plantations we form, vegetation we form, like acacia, cactus, these kind of the trees mostly we form. Here the climate is arid climate. What is arid climate? Arid climate means wherever very less rainfall occurs, so that can be called as arid climate. Okay. Next step. One of the important feature of this Thar desert area is just here 100 to 150 millimeters rainfall occurs. It also we can convert into 10 to 15 centimeters of rainfall. 10 to 15 centimeters of rainfall. Very less rainfall occurs in the desert area. One river. During certain monsoon, sudden outburst, sudden rainfall, the streams can be reappear. Small streams can be reappears. This can be called as playas. One river flows through this desert, that is Luni River. Luni River flows through desert. Hence, this Luni River is called as exotic river. Luni River is called as exotic river. So, what is exotic river? Exotic river means what? Exotic river means rivers those who are flow through desert is called as exotic river. Now will you give an example? Example, Nile river, exotic river, isn't it? Because Nile also flow through Sahara desert. Luni river also flow through desert, Thar desert. Then this is also called as exotic river. Most of the population in this desert area, most of the population in the desert area, they depends upon animal rearing. Animal rearing. Yeah, animal rearing is the activity. The population, people, those who are living in desert area, their chief activity not agriculture. Majority people were animal rearing. Important animal rearer of this desert is Raikas. Raikas community. Raika means communities. Raikas are the animal rearer community, animal headers of the Rajasthan, animal headers of the Thar desert area. Okay. What are the important cities? What are the important cities in the desert area? Especially Jaisalmer, because Jaisalmer, highest temperature records in the Jaisalmer. Highest temperatures records in the Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer after Jaipur after Jodhpur, Bikaner, Ajmer. So these are the important cities in Rajasthan. One of the important point in Thar desert area, that is, the government providing water facilities, irrigation facilities, that is Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal, it is the longest canal in India. 650 kilometers length. Indira Gandhi Canal, 650 kilometers length. It is the longest canal in India. Longest canal in India. It provides irrigation facilities. It provides water facilities to the Rajasthan, some parts of the Rajasthan. Where does Indira Gandhi Canal starts? Indira Gandhi, it takes water from Sutlej River. It takes water from Sutlej River. Very, very important. It takes water from Sutlej River. I repeat, Indira Gandhi Canal was dug for irrigation purpose. The length of the Indira Gandhi is 650 kilometers. It is the longest canal in India. The purpose of this Indira Gandhi Canal is to provide irrigation facilities to the semi-desert areas. It takes water from Sutlej River from Punjab. In Punjab, from Indira Gandhi Canal starts from Punjab. I repeat, Indira Gandhi Canal starts from Punjab. This is about our Thar desert. Thar desert, this is also known as the Great Indian Desert. Name is Thar, located western Rajasthan. Some parts of the Haryana also covered. It also located leeward side of the Aravalli Ranges. Area of Thar desert is 2 lakh square kilometer area. Low vegetation will be there. Arid climate means hot climate. There will be no rainfall, and rainfall will be there very scarce, very less, 100 to 150 mm. Not if we convert, this is 10 to 15 centimeters. 10 to 15 centimeters of rainfall occurs. One river flow through desert, that is Luni river. Those rivers are flow through desert areas called as exotic river. Animal rearing are the main activity of the desert area people, especially Raikas. Raikas are the camel raiders. Raikas. Important cities were Jaisalmer, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Bikaner were important cities of Rajasthan. Next, Ajmer also will be there. Indira Gandhi Canal provides water facilities, irrigation facilities to the semi-desert areas, and it is the longest canal which starts from Sutlej River near Punjab. It takes water from the Sutlej River and provides irrigation facilities. This is about our desert. Okay. Next. So if they ask, you can able to write certain extra information. Because of that, I explained to you wherever the information is not given in our textbook, but we need to give certain more examples. We need to have more extra information with us. Next, let us see plains, coastal plains. Let us see coastal plains. What are plains? As usual, you know that plains are formed by the rivers. When river deposit the eroded material, then these plains were formed. Plains in India can be divided into two. Plains in our India divided two. One is west coast plain, west coastal. Second one, west coastal plains. Second one, east coastal plains. East coastal plains. Let us see once. Let us try to observe what does mean actually these plains, where they starts. You once recall information related to how Indo-Gangetic plains are formed. Indo-Gangetic plains are formed. The rivers brought the sediments and they deposited somewhere. Whenever they deposited, that became plains, isn't it? To understand, it's very important. The sea, these are the Ghats. That you know that these are Western Ghats. These continuous mountains are Western Ghats. Now let us see. Yeah, these mountains are, these ranges are Eastern Ghats. First point we can write. Yeah, let us see first West coastal plains. West coast. Let us write. I want to write. First point. Where does West coastal plains are located? West coastal plains are located. This is Arabian Sea. This is Western Ghats. So these are plains. These are plains. This line is plain. This line is plain. Then we can write that these are located. These are located between Arabian Sea. These are located between Arabian Sea and Western Ghats. These are located between Arabian Sea and Western Ghats. This is Arabian Sea. This is Western Ghats. Here, this line is we called as coastal plains. Second part. Once we have to observe, this is Gujarat, isn't it? This is Gujarat, and clearly Tamil Nadu. Then stretched from Gujarat to Tamil Nadu. These are stretched from Gujarat, this area. You see Gujarat to Tamil Nadu. Third one. Now you just understand here the width. Once you understand the width is very low is there. Narrow stretch is there. The width between Arabian Sea and Western Ghats is very less. You see here very broad width is there. Here very broad, wider. That what we understand, West coastal plains are narrow. West coastal plains are narrow. These are narrow plains. These are narrow plains. You see, there is not much distance between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. There is a very less distance is there. Very less distance is there. But you see, the very wider. These are very wider. Yeah, sir. Why, sir? Why these are narrow? Why these are narrow? Can you give any reasons? Because you see, whenever Arabian Sea high tides, they are riding over land. Arabian Sea tides are riding over the land. Hence, you know, the plains are submerging into the Arabian Sea. I repeat, whenever the certain rivers are depositing material here, but suddenly, whenever the Arabian Sea waves they are coming, they are riding over the land, these are submerging, washed away by the sea waves of the Arabian Sea. These plains are removed by the Arabian Sea. Better to write. Plains are removed by the waves of Arabian Sea because of high tides. That you know that in the what are high tides and what are low tides. Yeah, I repeat. You see, whenever the tides are coming over, riding over, here the river was deposited. The material here. But suddenly what happened? Whatever the river they deposited, suddenly the high tides of the Arabian Sea, they are coming over, they are washing out. They are removed, they are washed out, washed away. Hence, the space was very less. Hence, the space was very less. Next, fifth one we can write that Narmada, Tapi and other small rivers deposited the alluvium. Yeah, here no more rivers are there. Very less rivers are there. West coast, small rivers are there. Narmada Tapi is there. Narmada Tapi in the north side. The remaining very small, like in Goa, Mandvi river is there. Zuari river is there. This river is small rivers are there. Here, Zuari river, Mandvi river, and Bharatpuja river. Periyar, Bharatpuja rivers are there. Periyar, Bharatpuja rivers. These are very small rivers. So that there is no proper plains. There is no much eroded material. There is no more eroded material. If there is more eroded material, they can deposit here. So the rivers are not long, then the rivers are very less, very short, then there is no probability to form a plains properly. Moreover, Arabian sea waves are washing completely, removing the plains. Next, sixth point, very very important. These all are. Sixth point is west side. We can see that estuaries will form. Yeah, what will form? What are estuaries? Estuary means small delta formed in a narrow way. What are estuaries? Small delta formed in a narrow. Yeah, estuaries. What is the opposite word of the estuaries? Delta. Delta means very wide. Estuary means small delta formed in a narrow area, which is called as estuaries. And these west coasts are very famous for backwaters. I think you know that in Kerala, in water, boats will be there. Boats in Kerala famous for backwaters. See, suddenly the waves, they are coming inside the land. They are coming over the land. Whenever the tides coming over the land, suddenly wherever the low land will be there, these water will be deposited there. The water will be stored there. Finally, that will become the backwaters. Kerala very famous for the backwaters. These backwaters also called as lagoons. These also called as canals. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. 7 points we wrote. Many points were there. Estuaries, I repeat, estuaries will be formed. So what are estuaries? Estuaries means small delta formed in a narrow belt. Sir, why small delta formed? There is no rivers. Rivers are there, but the rivers are eroding very small material. Why they are eroding small material? Because these rivers are very small rivers, and there is no much space. They wanted to deposit more material, but the space is not enough. Arabian Sea, just front of the Arabian Sea is there. If they want to deposit, in before only Arabian Sea is there. Whenever river depositing material, Arabian sea waves are removing the deposit, washing the deposit in the waves. So these are the important points of the west coast. Let us see what are the different names in the west coast. Let us learn now. I hope you understand this one, but let us see remaining things also in the west coast side. West coastal are these also called. You can divide these west coastal into different parts. First one, in textbook they are not given. Textbook they are Gujarat coast. The Gujarat coast is called as Gujarat coastal plains are called as Kutch coast. Kutch coast. It is not given textbook, but if you write in examination, it will be advantage to you. Gujarat plains, coastal plains are called as Kutch coast. Okay. Next step. Second one. Konkan coast. Yeah. What is Konkan coast? Konkan coast also called as northern coast. Konkan coast also called as northern coast. Konkan coast also called as northern coast. You see, this is Gujarat, Kutch coast. Next, Konkan coast. Konkan coast, it will be Maharashtra and Goa. This is Goa. This is Maharashtra. Then Konkan coast, Maharashtra and Goa. Konkan coast, Maharashtra and Goa. Next one, Kerala coast. Kerala coast. Kerala coast also called as middle coast, a central plains. Middle coast. Yeah, this is in Karnataka. This is in Karnataka. Yes, this is Karnataka. Okay, yeah, this is Karnataka. This is Karnataka. Is it? This is Karnataka. Next, let us see Malabar coast. Malabar coast. Malabar coast is also called as southern coast. It is also called as southern coast. What is southern coast? Southern coast, it is Kerala. This is Kerala. Yes, this is Kerala. This is Malabar coast. This is Malabar coast. This is Karnataka coast, and this is both, and this is Kutch coast. So how many coastal states are there in the west side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 coastal states are there in the west side. Total 5 coastal states. This is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa. This dot is Goa. Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. Kerala is known as Malabar, also called as southern coast. This is about important coastal plains of west side. Important coastal plains for west side. Okay? You understand that there is no space to deposit. Just now said there is no much space to deposit. Why much space is not there? If they want to deposit, before only Arabian Sea is there. Arabian Sea is coming front. Example, you see, I will explain with another example. Yeah, this is Arabian Sea. This is plain. This is Arabian Sea. This is plain. Arabian Sea, what is coming over? Coming over, and they are washing. They are removing the plains. This is eastern coastal plain. Here Bay of Bengal is there. So Bay of Bengal is a very long distance is there. There is a huge gap is there. Then the river can be deposited here. River can be deposited here. No problem. But whenever the river depositing very near to the Arabian Sea, river depositing. Rivers are depositing very near to the Arabian Sea, and Arabian Sea washing that plains. So these are west coast plains. Now let us see east coastal plains. Before we are going to start that, once you see Gujarat coast, it is not given textbook, but it will be advantage to you. It is also called as Gujarat coast, also called as Kutch coast, Kathiawar coast, Gulf of Khambat, different names were there. If in case you doesn't want to write, not issue, you have to bet, you must be right. This Konkan coast. Konkan coast belongs to Maharashtra and Goa. Okay. Kerala coast belongs to Karnataka. Malabar coast belongs to Kerala. These also having northern coast, middle coast, and southern coast. Middle coast also called as central coast. Now let us see east coastal plains. Let us see east coastal plains. Yeah, again you have to understand the map. Again I am drawing map to you. Yeah, for example, yeah, there is a huge gap is there. Here Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Penna, there are so many rivers. Here Mahanadi, here Godavari, here Krishna. Here very gap is there. Whenever these mountains, river cut the mountains, and these rivers are very long rivers, because these rivers are joining from here. These rivers are coming from the west side. Whenever they are coming from the huge distance, they erode the material. They brought lot of material. This will be deposited here. This will be deposited here, because these are very wider. These are very wider, are also called as very broad. It can be lot of space is there to deposit. In east side, River has a lot of space to deposit, but in the west side there is no space to deposit. If they want to deposit here, what will happen? Arabian Sea waves will be remove the plains. Okay, next. Yeah, let us see the features of the west coast. West coast we already completed. East coast. Let us see east coast. Yeah, same first point. East coastal plains are located from where to where? Located between. Where they are located. These are located between. BW means between. Between Eastern Ghats. These are located between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. First point is finished. Just we have to get 4 points for the 2 marks, isn't it? First point. This is Bay of Bengal. That you know that this is Bay of Bengal, and these are the Eastern Ghats. Yeah, East coast plains are located between Bay of Bengal and Eastern Ghats. Bay of Bengal and Eastern Ghats. These are wider. These are wider. You see, these are very wider. And example, let us take example at Bengal. In Bengal, in Bengal these are very wide. Whenever we come to down, it will be also like narrow. But well, comparatively west coast, these are very broad. Here, low tides of Bay of Bengal. Low tides of Bay of Bengal created enough space to deposit material brought by rivers. Yeah, let us see. Whenever the Godavari river brings so much things. Yeah, whenever river brings, you understand. With the origination place, the river has lot of velocity. The speed of the river is very heavy. Okay, it will come with very huge speed. And whenever it is coming to the destination point, whenever it is merging into the Bay of Bengal, it comes very slow because it has lot of material. This material will be deposited here, and whenever deposit, after the deposition, only the heavier particle deposited here. Water is not heavy, no. Then the river entirely it was joined into Bay of Bengal, merged into Bay of Bengal. I repeat, low tides of Bay of Bengal created enough space to deposit material brought by the rivers. Which rivers they brought by? Example, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. These all are brings a lot of material they deposit here. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth point, delta created. It creates delta. Delta forms. Yeah, delta forms. Just now we discussed estuaries and delta. What is estuaries? Estuaries means small delta forms in a narrow belt. Small delta is called as estuaries. Delta means huge, very wider delta forms. It is called as wider space deposition is called as delta. Okay, this delta it is in the triangle shape. Okay, this delta is very fertile. Let us see. So I will show you Godavari river how it was forms delta. This is Godavari. When Godavari joins into Bay of Bengal, it divides into few parts. Okay, so these triangle shape is called as deltas. Why these are formed? These are formed due to the river deposited material. Some of the rivers were also dividing. Some of the distributaries also they are dividing from the main river. Example, this is the Godavari. From Godavari, one stream was divided, another stream was divided, another stream was divided, another stream was divided. So these are in triangle shape. You see, these are in triangle shape, isn't it? So these are called as distributaries. Distributaries. These are coming from this side. These are coming from this side. So from the main river, if when a small stream come out, it will be called as distributary. Example, this is a river. This is a river. One small river is joining in it. One of the small river is joining in it. This is called a tributary. This is a tributary. If something come out from this is called as distributary. Then we can say that Godavari river cuts into few small streams. These are Gautami, Vasistha, Vainateya, Bharatwaja. Different names are there. But you need not remember that name. Only this will be called as the delta area. Here delta form. Delta means wider area. The deposited wider area. Okay. Here lot of space is there to deposit the material which brought by the rivers. Let us see important names, coastal names of the east coast. Coastal names of the east coast. Yeah, this is Tamil Nadu. That you know the Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is called as Coromandel coast. Coromandel coast. Coromandel coast. This is Tamil Nadu. Very important. Tamil Nadu. You already know that Coromandel coast not receive good rainfall during rainy season. Coromandel coast will not receive rainfall in the rainy season. You know that because southwest monsoon they go from this side. They not touch the Coromandel. Hence, you know, this Coromandel coast will not receive the rainfall. Yeah, Tamil Nadu coast is called as Coromandel coast. Then this is Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh coast is called as Northern Sarkars. Northern Sarkars, also called as Sarkar coast. You enough to write Sarkar coast. What is Sarkar coast? Andhra Pradesh coast is called as Sarkar coast. Then this is Odisha. This is Odisha. Odisha coast is called as Utkal coast. Odisha coast is called as Utkala coast. Odisha coast is called as Utkala coast. In Janagana Mana, our national anthem, once you remember, Utkala Vanga we said. Utkala Vanga. So Utkal, this is we also called as Vanga coast. Vanga coast. This Vanga coast also not given textbook, but you may write as an advantage to you. Vanga coast is a coastal name of Bengal. Coastal name of Bengal is called as Vanga coast. Odisha coastal is called as Utkala coast. Andhra coast is called as Sarkar coast. And Tamil Nadu coast is called as Coromandel coast. West coast 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 coastal states are there. In our India, 9 coastal states are there. In our India, how many coastal states are there? 9 coastal states are there. They may ask you, write the coastal names of India. How many states are having coastal lines? So what is your answer in our India? 9 coastal states. 9 coastal states. How many west side? West side 5, east side 4. East side 4. West side 5 what? Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. East coast, east side. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Bengal. 4, complete 9. Gujarat has longest coastal line. Gujarat has longest coastal line in India. You already know that our coastal line is 6,100 kilometers. Only coastal line from here to here. From here to here in our India this is 6,100. But if we add islands coastal line also, it will be increased to 7,516.6 kilometers. This is the main coastal line of India. This is the entire coastal line of India. Gujarat has longest coastal line. Gujarat has longest coastal line, 1048 kilometers square kilometers coastal length is there for the Gujarat. Gujarat after Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is ranked second. These are about the coastal lines of India and coastal plains of India. Let us see the last and final topic of our first lesson. These are islands. Next, the islands. The islands. Children, desert two types. One is cold desert, one more is hot desert. Islands are also two types. Two types. One is offshore islands. One is offshore islands. Second one is onshore island. Yeah, it is also very important. Islands are two types. Example, yeah, islands of Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands are which type, which group? Yeah, this is Lakshadweep Islands, and these are Andaman Nicobar Islands. Yeah, offshore islands means which are located in the ocean or sea, water bodies. In the sea or ocean, these are called as offshore islands. Sir, what is onshore island? We have in India few onshore islands also there. Example, Majuli. Majuli is a riverine island. Certain islands also formed by the rivers. Certain islands are formed by the rivers. So the islands which are formed by the rivers, these are called as onshore islands. Example, Majuli. Majuli is an island. It was formed by the Brahmaputra river. It was formed by the Brahmaputra river. Where it is? Assam. Where it is? Assam. Once you check in your internet or in your YouTube and related to onshore islands, there are so many onshore islands are there. But important on one of the, it is the world largest onshore island. World largest riverine island. World's largest riverine island is Majuli, which was created by the Brahmaputra river. It is located in the Assam. So I hope you understand. This both are I explained. Offshore islands means which are located in the water bodies like oceans and seas. Onshore water bodies in the land, but these are created by the rivers. Let us see what are the islands are there. As per the NCERT 12th class, so we will try to learn certain extra information. Yeah, in our India total there are 247 islands are there total. In our India total 247 islands are there. Among the 247, Andaman and Nicobar. Yeah, let us see Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands. In Andaman Nicobar Islands there are 204 islands are there. 204 islands. Yeah, total islands in India 247 islands. Among the 247 islands, 204 islands are located in the Andaman Nicobar Islands. Area is 8,250 square kilometer area. These are also not given, but extra information. It may be add benefit to you. 8,250 square kilometer area these are located. These are in a crescent shape. That you know that already I told to you, these are this shape. Crescent shape. These are in crescent shape. These are elevated mountain portions of the Arkan-Yama mountains. Andaman Nicobar Islands are the continuous mountain ranges, or these are the submerged or elevated mountain ranges of the Arkan-Yama mountains. Example, this is Myanmar. From Myanmar there was mountains were there. But certain mountains were completely submerged into the water. Only the elevated portions of the Arkan-Yama mountains. So these are, once upon a time, these are giant mountain ranges. These mountain ranges are coming from Myanmar. But certain mountain ranges were submerged into the water. Okay? These are, we can write as elevated portion of Arkan-Yama mountains. Arkan-Yama mountains, which are located in Myanmar. This also we can write that these are submerged mountain ranges of Arkan-Yama mountains. Very, very important. Arkan-Yama mountains are in Myanmar. Okay. In Andaman Nicobar, there are two important volcanic mountains are there. One is Barren and Narcondam. Barren is active volcano. Barren is active volcano. That you know that volcano. In our 9th class also we learned that Barren. It is located in the north of Andaman. It is located north of Andaman. It is located north of Andaman. Example you see, this is India. This place here Barren Island is there. Here Barren Island is there. Andaman Nicobar Islands were, these all Andaman's and Nicobar Islands were formed due to the volcanic eruptions. It is also called as volcanic origin. Volcanic origin. Andaman Nicobar Islands were formed due to the volcanic origin. Because of volcanoes eruption, these Andaman Nicobar Islands were formed. Capital city of Andaman Nicobar is Port Blair. Port Blair. Here in Port Blair, Britishers made one dangerous jail, that is Kala Pani jail, Andaman jail. That was very dangerous jail those points. And one of the important thing about Andaman Nicobar Island is Indira Point, India's southernmost tip. Southernmost tip of India. Southernmost tip of India, Indira Point. Indira Point. Yeah. Southernmost tip of India, Indira Point. Submerged in the 2004 tsunami. In 2004 tsunami, it was submerged. This is about Indira Point. This is about Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar are two island groups. One is Andaman, one more is Nicobar. For example, this is Andaman, this is Nicobar. This is Andaman, this is Nicobar. Okay? And capital city is Port Blair. Port Blair is the capital city. These are the volcanic origin. These are in the crescent shape. Elevated portion or submerged portion of the Arkaniyama mountains which are coming from Myanmar. There are two volcanoes over there. One is Barren, very active. One more is dormant. Okay, southernmost tip of India, it was Indira Point. It was submerged in 2004 tsunami. Now let us see last and final topic of this day is the first session, our first lesson, that is Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands. Yeah, Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands. In Lakshadweep only there are 36 islands were there. 36 islands were there. The area of Lakshadweep Island is 32 square kilometers. Area is about only 32 square kilometers. Yeah, very less. Mostly these are most of the area is inhabited. Only 36 islands were there. Yeah, these are coral origin. Yeah, so what is coral origin? Many of the students were asking coral origin. Sir, what actually coral origin? Coral origin is thousands, hundreds of the tiny corals that create the polyps. So what is actually polyps? What is this coral? In ocean there are so many marine culture will be there. Death remains of the marine organism. Death remains of the marine organisms create the polyps, the skeletons of the marine culture, skeletons of the marine animals. Okay, like fish, any other things. Death remains of marine skeleton creates polyps, small polyps. These polyps are made up with the calcium carbonate. I repeat, death remains of the marine skeleton, they formed polyps. These hundred thousands of the tiny corals, small skeletons of these all the particles, they formed huge polyps. These polyps are also called as corals. These are mostly made up with the calcium carbonate, limestone. Okay, they also capture the bacteria. Okay, next. So you can understand that what is coral origin. Death remains of the marine skeletons creates polyps. These hundred thousands of the tiny polyps they form corals. Right. Next. Important about Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands, they are not highly elevated because they are just before the sea level. They are just before the sea level. For example, Andaman. This is Andaman. The water was there here. This is water. The water was there here. But in Lakshadweep Island, the water was completely here. Water was mostly just before the sea level. Only if sea level increases, Lakshadweep Island will be submerged. In case sea level increases, Lakshadweep Island will be submerged. Understand? Lakshadweep Islands will be submerged because they are not elevated from the sea level. But Andaman Nicobar are the elevated from the sea level. That you understand. Lakshadweep Island name was actually Lakadivi. Lakshadweep Island name is Lakadivi was there. Then after it was changed as Lakshadweep Island. There are three important group of island is there. Amini Devi, important islands. Amini Devi, Lakadivi, Minikoi. These also not given textbook, but these are certain islands in the Lakshadweep Islands. Amini Devi, Lakadivi, Minikoi Devi. In Lakshadweep Islands, one bird sanctuary also there. That is Piti Bird Sanctuary. Piti Bird Sanctuary. One Piti Bird Sanctuary also there. One bird sanctuary is there. It is very famous for the birds, migratory birds. Okay, and these Lakshadweep Islands are very famous for fishing. Okay, very famous for the fishing. This is our lesson. I hope you understand about Lakshadweep Islands. We covered each and everything whatever they given on textbook. Moreover, we also learned that extra information which we need for the examination point of view. I hope you understand, children. Thank you very much.